Hello, everyone. It is I, RavenWood, and welcome back to the Random Film. I'm your host, RavenWood. Did I ever say? Whatever. Uh, Welcome back to RavenWood Reads, and welcome back to us reading Fazbear Frights at Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Frights. To be beautiful. Part whatever. I don't know. Before we start, okay. I want to get. I do want to start. I do want to get into the story. Um, but first, I just want to say hi, say hello. Um, I'm I am 5 minutes early to the set to how I set the stream. I made sure that 5 minutes early to the how the stream is supposed to set it be when the stream is scheduled. Sorry, I cannot speak. um. Well, hello. I'm going to. I want. Okay, got it. I want to wait until there's enough time to make sure that everyone gets in here, whatnot. I set it to 5 o'clock. That's what I was trying to say. I set it to 5 o'clock. I set it 5. Oh well, I started 5 minutes early, so I purposely right. I purposely just left in 5 minutes for the time. Okay, so okay, where was I? Or at least roughly 5 minutes. Anyways, so before we start, okay, I'm going to set up and decide who's going to be my co-host for today. Let's see. The co-host for today would be if he could be in frame. No, you can't see it. Oh well. But let me. Yeah. Can you now see him? He's right there, the little tiny guy. This is supposed to be a Master Chief. Well, I didn't think this through. Well, Grimlock is right here as well, so whatever. So is Godzilla, and so are all the other characters in the background. But okay, so yeah, so today's co-host will actually be Tiny Master Chief right here. Right here. He'll be right here. I'll be right back. I need to get some water, and I'll let you kind of just sort of just pop into the chat. So I'll be right back with y'all in a minute. All right, I'm back. I am back. Hello, everybody. I am back. Okay. So I got myself. I didn't get water, unfortunately. Got this flavored juice drink. Strawberry kiwi, a kiwi strawberry Snapple. I'll be right back again. Got to do one last thing, and then we'll start. Anyways, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry about the wait. Okay, but now no more wait. We are here. We are here. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so let's begin this story. Oh, before we begin the story, how was y'all's November so far? Is it a great November? Is it a bad November? I would like to hear about your guys' November in the comment section below. I also do want to, or in the chat or whatever, I do want to hear about y'all's Halloween. I don't think I ever did a after Halloween or before Halloween stream or anything. Regardless, whatever. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Again, hopefully. Double on the hopefully. Hopefully tomorrow, if not soon. To be by the looks of it, I could probably cover one live stream and then another live stream of this particular story. And then we'll go into a different story altogether. Oh yes, okay. After this, I will go into the story that's called Will-O-Wisp. And then after Will-O-Wisp, instead of going back to the Artificer, what I'm going to do is read Jurassic Park. I'll read Jurassic Park because there's a new movie that's coming out next year. So let's hope. Yeah. I know eventually out of that it's been 10 minutes. We're 10 minutes in. Let's continue. Where did we left off? Let's reread this page. By the looks of it, we read this page, but then on to this page. Okay. The Beautifuls nodded their approval. One more question. This came from Jillian, the redhead with the cat-like green eyes. Do you have a boyfriend? Sarah felt her face heat up. Not at the moment. Well, Jillian said, leaning forward. Is there a boy you like? Sarah knew her face had to be as red as her dress. Yes. Yes. Jillian smiled. And his name is... And his name is John Cena. Sarah looked around to make sure she wasn't to make sure he wasn't nearby. Mason Blair. She half whispered. Okay, sorry, my bad. Mason Blair. She half whispered. Oh, he's hot, Jillian said. Definitely hot. Lydia echoed. Hot! The other girls repeated like a chorus. So, Lily said, looking Sarah over. Don't follow us around like a puppy dog or anything. But if you want to sit with us at lunch, then sit. On Sunday afternoons, we go to the mall and try on clothes and makeup, maybe get a froyo. It's lame, but it's something to do. This town's so boring. So boring. She yawned theatrically. I'm not gonna mimic the yawn part. That was an involuntary yawn. That was not intentional. Well, literally 0.1 half seconds or nanoseconds or whatever you want to call it later. Yeah. There feels like something like hair in my It's all better now. I got it under control. Hold on one second. Oh shoot. Nope. Yes. I'm trying to use this as a mirror. Oh, it's messed up. Oh well. I'm gonna leave it like that for as long as I can muster, and then I'll probably comb my hair if I get too distracted by this. Don't use the camera as a mirror. It does not work. Oh dear. I make a mess of myself. My ugly, not so beautiful self. I cannot be to be beautiful. Oh. So boring, Sarah agreed. But inside, she was buzzing with excitement. Lydia nodded. We'll hang out a little and see how things go. If it works out, maybe you can go out for cheerleader next year. Consider this a trial period. Sir, excuse me. Sarah left the cafeteria smiling to herself. Abby caught up to her. It looked like you were having some kind of intense. Oh, Abby, sorry. It looked like you were having some kind of intense job interview back there, Abby said. She was wearing gray sweatpants with a bulky purple sweater that did nothing to show off. That did nothing to show off her shape. Ah, but there's mystery. Yeah, kind of. They invited me to hang out though, so I guess I passed the test. She couldn't stop herself from smiling. Abby raised an eyebrow. And those are the kind of friends you want? The kind that make you pass a test? They're cool, Abby. They know all about fashion and makeup and guys. They're shallow, Sarah. They're as shallow as a rain puddle. No, I take that back. They're so shallow they make a rain puddle look like the ocean. That's a bit funny. She's insulting rain puddles everywhere because at least it's fun to step in a rain puddle. Oh, gosh. Rain puddles are fun. I love rain puddles. What about you, Master Chief? Yeah, Master Chief agrees. He just needs to nod. Sarah shook her head. She loved Abby. She loved Abby. She really did. But why did she have to be so judgmental? But they rule the school. That's how it works. It's the beautiful people who get what they want. She looked at Abby's gorgeous brown complexion, at her striking hazel eyes. You could be beautiful too, Abby. You'd be the prettiest girl in the school if you lost the glasses and braids and bought some clothes that weren't so that weren't so baggy. If I didn't wear my glasses, I'd be walking into walls, Abby said, with a little edge in her voice. And I like my braids and my baggy clothes, especially this sweater. It's cozy. She shrugged her shoulders. I guess I just like myself the way I am. Sorry if I'm not fancy or fashionable enough for you. I'm not like the cheerleaders or all those models and pop stars whose pictures you have plastered all over your room. But you know what? I am a nice person, and I don't judge people on how they look or how much money they have. And I don't have to give a person a pop quiz to decide if I'll let them hang out with me or not. Abby looked at Sarah's face searchingly. You have changed, Sarah, and not for the better. Abby turned her back on Sarah and marched down the hall. Sarah knew Abby was a little mad at her, but she also knew an apology and a hug would fix things once she had time to cool down. Ooh. That's a red flag on Sarah's character here. That's a red flag for me. If someone told me, right, that like I guess we were all guilty of this as kids, but this is bad. This is basically this is manipulative. Okay, this is this is, I hate saying emotional emotional manipulation, um, emotional emotional manipulation. I may have an opinion on this earlier. I I initially don't like to call emotional manipulation a form as abuse. It is. My problem with emotional manipulation is that practically everything we do um, is emotional manipulation. So to flat out call it emotional manipulation as abusive, right? No, and sort of yeah. The way she's manipulating her emotions, not just Abby's emotions, her own emotions as well, because the way she sees it, the way she's seeing this, right? As long as I apologize to her and give her a hug, it'll be all fine. You're telling yourself a lie so that you will eventually lie to your friend by doing that. That is by being the like, oh, don't worry, I'm sorry. I should not have said those things. Right? That's a bit manipulative. That feels like it's not a huge wavy, bright, vibrant crimson, uh, whatever. It's not a huge, ginormous red flag. Like it's a it's a red flag. Don't get me wrong. It's more like the flag is going to be as big as this cone. That's still big. Should not be as big as this cone. Red flags are everywhere, but the but this is a red flag to me. Like it's a small red flag. It's not a big giant red flag, but again, if you say those words or if you think those words, and the reason why I say that's basically a lie is because like you're trying to comfort yourself of the position that you are in. But you also don't want your friend to judge you, right? Now, granted, yeah, she's okay. Granted, Abby's in the rug for saying that she's not judging her, but she is. But like, there's like, I feel like there's a difference between pointing out something, pointing out the flaws in how people are. I feel like there's a difference between being observant like judging people off of the observations versus judging Abby through jealousy. Not Abby, sorry. Judging Sarah through like jealousy or whatever. Like, oh, look at the. Okay, like, I feel like. It's obvious that Abby's not jealous of the Beautifuls. She likes how she is herself. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? I also want to say like, but like the way she is sort of being judgmental, but not to an extent of like I feel like the best way to describe this is like imagine if one of the Beautifuls judged another beautiful, right? They're already beautiful. So for that'd be hypocritical. That's what I'm saying. Or for a beautiful to like okay, yes, it is sort of judging to say like okay, the people are okay. the people who I'm struggling here because I don't have a co-host. I do have a co-host, but I don't have and Dominic. I feel like when it comes to like, yes, Abby is being judgmental, but she's not being the root of the problem here. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I want to word this correctly, but like to judge others according to the Bible, right? Judge, do not like it's on the lines of like, do not judge others unless you are willing to judge yourself. And Abby, basically, don't be hypocritical about it, right? Not to go to a court of law and say, okay, I am judging you and you and you and you and you because you committed this crime. Now, there's a difference between that type of judge and judging of others on their behavior and cultural, not cultural, sorry, their behavior, their personality, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? All those other things. I feel like Abby's not approaching this situation correctly, I guess, but then she's a child, formally. That's right, not correctly, formally. There's no wrong. There's no quote unquote correct way to like confront. That's the word I'm looking for. I feel like Abby's more so confronting than she is being judgy here. So she is sort of being judgmental. But she's pointing out the problem. She has blinded herself. Sarah has blinded herself from like her own beauty by staring at everyone else's beauty, right? And she's also, but here's also something she's also doing. Something that Sarah is also doing. She's also trying to give Abby tips on how to be beautiful, right? Pointing out flaws that only she sees. Flaws with herself, right? Abby does not see any flaws. Sarah does. That's the problem here. That's the ultimate, that's where it all boils down to. And so the moment she's like, oh, she'll be fine, a hug and apology will fix things over. It wants you a time to cool down. Clearly, this is just a misunderstanding. No. That's a red flag. I'm sorry. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit. Hello, anybody that is just now joining us. We're continuing reading To Be Beautiful, and I just got done preaching to the choir about Sarah here. They just had a fight in the story, so yeah, that's what's happening. After the bell, walking toward the school bus, Sarah became beside